Welcome to Deuteronomy chapter 8. This text is the ultimate manual on surviving two extreme operational phases, the brutal scarcity of the wilderness and the lethal danger of sudden prosperity. Moses explains that God led them through the wilderness for 40 years, specifically to humble and test them. Scarcity is rarely an accident. It is a deliberate audit. Exceptional leaders often use seasons of extreme friction to expose a team's true character and test their dependency before granting them actual power. God let them go hungry, then fed them manna, teaching them that people do not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Lord. True survival doesn't rely solely on tangible resources like capital. It relies on strict adherence to the invisible operational directives and core values of the organization. Moses reminds them that for 40 grueling years, their clothes never wore out and their feet never blistered. In seasons of extreme hardship, the greatest victories aren't explosive growth or massive profits. Success is simply the miraculous preservation of your baseline assets and the basic health of your team. They are finally entering a lush land flowing with streams, vines, and hills filled with copper and iron. A healthy system ultimately transitions a team from a grueling, resource-starved startup phase into a highly resourced, sustainable ecosystem, where they have the raw materials to build permanent infrastructure. Moses issues a severe warning. When they build fine homes and multiply their silver, they must not become proud and forget the Lord. An organization is never more vulnerable than the moment immediately following a massive, profitable success. Unprecedented abundance breeds a fatal operational amnesia. He warns them never to say, "I have achieved this wealth with my own strength and energy." The self-made myth is a toxic illusion. High performers often falsely attribute their success solely to their own brilliance, conveniently forgetting the foundational system that actually empowered them. Moses reminds them that it is the Lord who gives them the power to be successful, fulfilling His covenant. Ultimate leadership doesn't just hand out unearned cash. It provides the structural power, the raw resources, and the opportunity required for you to generate your own sustainable success. He guarantees that if they forget God and pivot to other idols, they will be utterly destroyed, just like the nations before them. Past suffering does not grant you immunity from future consequences. If a highly successful team pivots away from its foundational core values, it will be ruthlessly dismantled. Deuteronomy 8 warns us that prosperity is often a much harder test than poverty. This leaves us with two important questions to chew on today. First, are you resenting your current season of scarcity instead of recognizing it as a deliberate test of your character? And second, have you fallen for the self-made illusion, forgetting the people and systems that originally empowered your success? Take a moment, breathe, and let them sink in.